Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing this morning? I am here, I am here, I am here. I'm here, guys. Hey, Odd Fellow. Hey, thank you so much, so much. You are so dope for doing that shout out. I seen it. Thank you so much. That was really nice. Not you're the only person who has gave me a shout out, so thanks. That was really nice. That was cool. Thanks. Yeah. That was nice. So this morning, let's talk about this iPhone mess that I got going on. So this iPhone, this is my fourth replacement phone, iPhone 6s, and so I had the same problem with the same phone. So they sent me another iPhone 6s yesterday, more gigabytes. I guess I'm not sure what this means. It has an S on the back, so I'm like, is this an iPhone plus S? If anybody knows. Hey, Voclab. Good morning. Hope I said that right. Good morning. So I'm waiting for my son to wake up because I refused to call um, AT&T this morning to figure out how to connect this phone, because if you have an iPhone, you know this iTunes mess or whatever, and my laptop just ain't even hearing it. So when my son got his, it came with the little utensil to take out the SIM card. So I'm trying to let him sleep a little while longer before I bother him. So since my son is technically in high school, but he goes to a early college high school, his 11th and 12th grade year, he he's been taking only college classes. So the college is on spring break right now. So this whole week he's out of school. Lucky for him. Yeah, these iPhones. Yeah, and I feel like it's a 6S plus. Okay. Yeah. I'm kind of irritated that they sent me the exact same phone. I mean, they upgraded my gigabytes. That's nice, but I wish they would have just updated the whole phone altogether. So this morning, I'm working like crazy trying to get orders out and done. I have some really big orders, but I wanted to take time out to get on live. You know, there's no excuses, right? No excuses. I'm glad you guys are joining me. At least I have a few people in here. Thanks, Oddfellow. I feel better about the phone. I mean, hope it's not crap. Literally, AT&T had sent me out a replacement phone last December and had to send me out another one January of last year. The year before December. The year before last year, December, they sent me out a new phone. And then January of last year, which a month later, they had to send me out a replacement phone. Because apparently they were able to check my phone, get into my phone some kind of way, and was like, oh, you got a faulty battery. And I was like, well, the other phone had a faulty battery. Like, what's going on? So that just didn't make no sense. I feel like I got stuff to talk about, and I can't remember what all I had to talk about. It's horrible. Okay. I do know. Okay, this is what's going on in the news. Oddfellow, you have children? You guys have children in here? Yeah, you're right. Okay, so this is what was going on in the news yesterday. So apparently, there have been some actresses and really wealthy people that have been paying thousands of dollars to advance their children into college, to get them in college and to help them pass or whatever. So they said that the actresses and CEOs, they pay up to $6 million to get their kids into elite schools. Have you heard about that? What's your thoughts on that? That's what I had read about. Yes. And I feel like this has been going on for a long time. It's probably been going on for a long time. Because some people, because this came across Facebook, and some of the people commenting was like, this is, no surprise. This stuff happens all the time. But yeah, I thought that was shady. Let me see if I can get my camera right angle. I don't know. Okay, so yes, I agree. I was my son is gonna be going to Eastern Carolina this August, right? And so far I have a stuff popping up on my screen. He has a full Pell Grant, and but he's going to be living on the campus. To live on the campus, that's like over $9,000. So I'm trying to do what I can to prevent him from having to get any loans, to cover, because his college is not here where we live. It's in another city, about 2 and so hours away. Thank you. And I'm just like, you know, I feel like parents like us, we are trying, you know what I mean? We don't have that handout to say, okay, I'm gonna pay a couple million to get my child, where they need to be. Even to the point they write it down as gifts, or they contributed to the school, donations and stuff like that. So I think that sucks, to try to pay off your child's way, into school. We're trying to do it the right way. And I've taught my children, they have to do it the right way too. I'm going to give them the skills and say, this is how you get it. Now you need to do it, the right way. So lo and behold, yeah, they already rich, they already wealthy. I feel like if I was rich and I had millions of dollars like that, I'm gonna spread it out to where other children can take advantage of those same elite schools. They didn't say what schools they were, because I was wondering what schools that they were. But yeah, it's a shame, because I feel like the kids should work hard to get into the schools. You know what I mean? It shouldn't matter if it's an elite school or if it's just a tech, because here, we have Fayetteville Tech. And I mean, I will tell you, my son has gotten, um, hey, Craft Mania, thank you for joining me. I'm good. How are you this morning? Um, my son has got a lot of scholarships from different schools, right? Because of my son, he's been doing this on his own. He knows what he wants to go to school for. He wants to be a chemical engineer, right? And so he really wanted to go to North Carolina State. But of course, we haven't got no scholarship from North Carolina State. And so he decided, the schools had been taking them to different colleges and stuff like that, and having people from different colleges to come and speak to them. He decided, I'm going to ECU. And I said, ECU didn't even offer you a scholarship. So I was like, you do realize that you ain't going to have no scholarship, for this. You'll have your Pell Grant, but you won't have that scholarship. And he was like, I don't care. And I was like, well, It's a money situation. And he was like, I don't care. I'll do it. He was like, you did it, so I can do it. And I was like, okay, yeah. He kind of threw me back in my face. And I was like, yeah. Um, so anyhow, yeah, he chose a school that did not even give him a scholarship because of the program that they had and because of everything he had heard about the school. So that is that was something. So anyhow, I am a ex Army spouse, and so my oldest son, he is dependent. Thank you, Oddfellow. Sometimes I think he's too smart for himself, but yeah, he's smart. But yeah, his dad, because his dad is active Army. I mean, they have the GI Bill, so he's going to give him a portion of the GI Bill, which I don't know how much that is yet, because I've been divorced since what 2008. So sometimes trying to get information is like pulling teeth. So I'm like, I don't know, but he did say that he's going to give him a portion of the GI Bill. So we'll see, how that's going to go. But yeah, Oddfellow, he's smart. He loves math, so math is like his number one subject. Math is. Well, yeah, that's what it's like, pulling teeth because we don't have the best relationship, and not like it's not like I'm an angry parent with him or whatever, angry ex-spouse or anything. Um, it's just that it would be my son doesn't have the best relationship with his dad, and I feel like his dad, my ex-husband, communication skills is not on the number one of the list. So I wish it was. So my oldest two children, my daughter that's in the Army and my oldest son in the house, they have the same parent. Um, so yeah. So yeah. So a quick story about that. So now I can vent. Um, he so this is my son's senior year, and when the summer before senior year is when you start taking your senior pictures, you start ordering your cap and gown, you order your school ring, and yada yada yada. The summer before, which was last summer. So his dad texts me like maybe um last year, probably about 3 months ago. And he was like, hey, I want us to like let me know how we need to work out the whole senior dues, for junior. And I said, yeah, that's already paid for. And he's like, so that's already paid for. He was like, don't they have a lump sum at the end? Um, I was like, yeah, no, that's already paid for. And so then he asked me again, so how much is left? And I was like, everything has been paid for already last summer ago. And I was like, it was so strange because I'm thinking, this is your son's senior year. If you really want to know about your son, your child, I mean, it starts before the senior year, to be quite honest. And my son, he works, you might as well say he almost works full time. He goes to school and he goes straight to work, and he closes, so he don't get home till like after 11 o'clock at night, sometimes 12 o'clock kind of thing. And he's paid for stuff, as well, because I'd be like, well, is anything else due? And he's like, oh, I paid the senior dues. I did that the other day myself. So, because every year at his school, there's dues that have to be paid, which is like 30 some dollars and stuff like that. So I was like, well, that's cool, kid, that you did that. Thanks for looking out. So anyhow, I don't know if his dad thought I was bull crapping around, but I'm like, the stuff is paid for. Yeah, he's responsible. Because odd fellow, I teach my kids that I will not give you anything. You will work for it and you will show me that you can work for it. That you earn this, and he has. He's understood the whole process. And even about work, he tells me that he loves working. And I was like, "Oh my god." I was like, you got it, you get it. And I'm like, I'm never going to have to worry about you not working a job, not wanting to get a job. Because the fact that he said that he loves to work, I'm like, amen. He got it. You know what I mean? Because there's some kids that they don't get that. They don't want to work. They feel like they're waiting, like, I'm waiting for you to go ahead, put it here in my hand, give me what I want. Nah, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. So, what do you think about this R. Kelly stuff, Oddfellow? What do you think? You're right. They still have a pacifier. Yeah. 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 Because my daughter's 22 and she's in the army and she still makes decisions. And I'm like, what? Or she'll still get in a bind. Like she went to a YouTube event in Orlando. And she was contacting me and she was like, hey, I kind of don't have any more money. And the people who came with me, they didn't got no money. And I'm like, girl, like, no, y'all, you can't roll like that. Yeah, I mean, the R. Kelly situation with him and that Gail interview, they did so many memes about that and stuff. Um, that was so fake. You know what I mean? I just wanted to come through the screen and say, R. Kelly, take your right hand and slap yourself and sit down because you're looking silly. Uh, yeah, yeah, and it's proof that he was messing with Aaliyah when she was underage. It's proof that Aaliyah was pregnant underage, and that he married her underage. So, I mean, I don't know about all the, like, the rooms where the chains and all of that stuff. I don't know about that, but, I do believe that he was messing with underage children. Yeah, it is. It's very sick. And you know what? The sad part is, Oddfellow, is so many people, guys just like R. Kelly, doing the same thing, and, that's really sad. I, within my family, like my mother's aunts and uncles' family, I do have a family member um, that met their wife when the wife was underage, and they were quite a bit older. Is all I can say. But I was like, what? Who? Mm-mm. No. Yeah. Yeah. They do. And I had to tell one of my nieces that she at one point I had a niece that was, I want to say she was like 14 maybe at the time. And this older guy was talking to her or whatever. And she was like put him on the phone, right? And I was like, how old are you? And he was like, oh, I'm 17. And I was like, mm-mm, no, homeboy, not with that bass in your voice, because I could hear it. I was like, try again. And he was an adult. He was an adult. And so I told my niece, I was like, because children, what I know about children is that they won't hear a single thing you have to say unless they feel like you have went through what you've experienced, what they are experiencing, or what they have went through. So I told my niece, I was like, look, I've been there, I done that. And I said, this is what you got to ask yourself. Why is somebody much older than you trying to talk to somebody like you who is much younger than them? What is it that they plan to get out the situation? I said, because why can't they talk to somebody their own age bracket? And I said, that's a question you need to ask him. Why not talk to somebody in your own age bracket? And I told her that a lot of time these guys, you're right, Oddfellow, have low self-esteem. And a lot of times they want to use these young girls. A lot of time they have diseases, STDs, and these young girls don't know. You know what I mean? These young girls, they ain't carrying around no condoms. You know, they letting these guys tell them whatever, smooth talk them or whatever like that. So I had to definitely explain that to my niece. So probably like a month later, um, yeah, they do say that he has herpes. Yeah. But a month later, my niece came back to me and she told me she had broke up with the guy, and she said that she broke up with him because she valued my opinion. And that was nice. That was nice. I realized, like, dang, she really was listening to me, you know. So yeah. And yeah, that's crazy. You're correct. You're correct. And parents really have to watch their kids. Like when I even though I have boys, Nicholas and Ty, I also I tell them, boys get kidnapped, you know, um I'm watchful of them as well, because sometimes people think it's just girls. It's boys too. It's boys too. So I have to keep an eye out on the kids. I do. And I mean, here, um, we had the teenager. I think she was a teenager who was kidnapped, and they later found her dead here in North Carolina. Maybe that was maybe 6 months ago or less, probably less than 6 months ago. It was less than 6 months ago. But she was on the bulletin board. They had an Amber Alert when she first went missing. And my children, I explained to both of them, because Ty, even though he's 6, he wants to know what's going on, what an Amber Alert is, what sound is it when it comes across your phone, what does it mean? And they go out together in twos just to put trash in the trash can, because I don't know. I don't know. So they have to be safe. And we also go over the kidnapping protocol with my children. What do you do if you are kidnapped? Um, you really have to do that. And every morning, I'm outside watching my children get on the bus. Every morning. I have to be, because you don't know what could happen. Yeah. Yeah. Gots to be, gots to be. We don't play around here. Um, what to do, when that happens. Because I think there was another incident where it was a child here in North Carolina too, that somebody tried to take her from the bus stop, and her brother was there, and her brother saved her. Her brother saved her. So yeah, this world is stone crazy, Oddfellow, stone crazy. And I feel like it's just gonna get worse. That's the sad thing. That's really sad. Yeah. Okay. Well, Oddfellow, thank you so much for joining me. I think you're the only one who's in here now. But I'm gonna get out of here. I'm so tired. I was debating if I was gonna make coffee or a smoothie, one of my GNC smoothies. I think I'm gonna do the GNC smoothie because it's a new one that they sent me in my box. So I'm gonna try that. All right. Thanks, Oddfellow. Appreciate you so much. Thank you. And I missed some of your things that you did last night, but this morning I'm going to be looking for any new uploads from you and see what you got going on. Okay. Oh, yeah, Oddfellow. I sent your information to my daughter. Her name is Game Girl. I sent your information. I told her she needs to subscribe to your channel and she needs to check out your live feed. So if anybody come in there by the name of Game Girl, it's going to be spelled kind of funky. Um, that's her. That's my daughter. She started this YouTube stuff first, and she plays the video game things and stuff like that. So look out for her. Hey, Oddfellow, I wish you could do that challenge. The what was it? The Death Nut challenge? Yeah. If you get some time, it would be nice to see you do that challenge. Yeah. That was terribly hot. All right, I am signing out. Your girl, Rita Bonita, is out this joint. Thank you. Bye, guys.